In this video, I will be walking you through the step-by-step process to checking in a family. Now, these families are our regular attenders, so they come, several times a month and have all of their information already entered into our system. Now, I have created a fake account for our training purposes today that I will be using. But first, I want to point out a couple of things. We have the option here to send a text. Now, if we need to reach a family or a parent for any reason, this is the option that we will use. We have the add family option. So when we enter new families into our system, this is the option that we will use. And I cover that step-by-step process in another video. To check in regular attending families, we will use this search bar. Now, there's a couple different ways that we can search for families and get them checked in. I want to cover the barcode real quick. We do have Canvas Kids barcodes that attach to a keychain, and parents can check their kids in that way. So you can enter that number into this search bar and it should pull up their account if they have one. You can search by name. I don't recommend using that option for every family simply because if they have a common last name such as Smith, you're going to have multiple duplicates show up in or search options show up that you'll have to weed through. So I recommend searching by phone number. This will greatly lessen the number of accounts that pull up. Now, hopefully it's only one account that pulls up. Hopefully only one account has that phone number on it. But as you'll see in our training video today, there may be multiple accounts that come up with that phone number. So we'll talk a little bit about what to do there. So we are going to use the training family today as our family for our video. So I'm going to enter their phone number. You have to enter the 10-digit phone number. And as you can see, there are several accounts that come up or profiles that come up. So at this point, what I like to do is just ask for a little bit more information, which is the correct account, what the kids' names are, have them confirm their address, any information that you can get to help you narrow this search. So for today, we are going to use this bottom account. Now, as you can see, Sue has two profiles in our system. So she may have attended another time without her kids. Her information could have been entered into our system either by filling out a connection card, or she may have attended an event at the church. We have captured her information in some other way. So I'm going to make a note on our edits sheet that Sue Training has duplicate accounts, and I'm going to write down the phone number that I searched with. And then our kids team admin will go through. She can merge those profiles, and then the next time Sue comes to check in her kids, it will only bring up one account or one profile. So I have asked Sue for additional information. I figured out that this is the correct account. So we're going to click here. Now, as you can see, John has a birthday this week. So he has a gift that is dancing next to his name. So at this point, we want to make a big deal. We want to say, John, you have a birthday this week. How exciting. How old are you going to be? And just make it a really big deal. Be excited for him. This is going to help him feel like needed and known. He's going to be like, oh my gosh, she knows when my birthday is. And kids just love when you know when their birthday is. So make a big deal about that. And it has the little cake option next to it so that you again, just as a reminder that he has a birthday this week. And you'll see that Susie doesn't have that option. So there isn't, or that icon. So there's not any confusion about that. So Sue is going to check in John, and I'm going to ask her, is John in second grade? Is he 7 years old? And his birthday is this, just to double check that all of our information is accurate. We'll click that. And then I'll ask her the same thing for Susie. Is Susie 6 years old? Her birthday's in December. She's in kindergarten. We'll say yes. So we will check them in. We will hit next. Now, who should receive text messages? If there are multiple adults on the account, we want to make sure that the person who is attending church with the kids is the one who receives the text message in case of an emergency. So maybe dad is also on the account. We'll say who should receive the text messages today. It's super easy for our training video today because Sue is the only one on there. Now, down here, I want to point out that down at the bottom, it says add temporary. Now, say grandma brought the kids to church today. Rather than adding grandma to the account and to the profile, we can just add grandma as the temporary contact. So we can put, that her name is Carol, last name Training, enter her phone number and her mobile carrier. Again, we have to have this so that we can send a text message and then say add. It will just add her for that day. So she will be the one to receive any text messages that are sent for that day. But for today, Sue brought the kids to church. So we're going to click on her name. And then up here, we will click check in. A couple things that I want to point out also. So we'll pull up this family again. Say they have some information that they need to change. They recently moved. So what we're going to do is down here, it says family actions down at the bottom. We'll click family actions and we will edit family. You can update any of the information in here. So they have a new mailing address. We will say that this is their updated mailing address. We can hit save, and then that should update for the family. Another thing that you can do under family actions is maybe mom has misplaced her tag, her guardian tag, so we can reprint labels. But before we do that, we want to verify that she is who she says she is. So we are going to send her a text. And you can say, John Training, please come to the area where you dropped off John. Thank you. And hit send. So we have sent her a text. She's going to show us that text message on her phone when she receives it. And then we can go to reprint labels. So we want to reprint labels for the kids, and it should reprint an additional guardian tag as well so that she can go and pick up her kids.